Today we're taking a short break from Seoul and heading to Ilsan for a day trip. With both of us having a lot of work to do, we thought it would be a nice change of scenery to spend the day working at some cafes. We'll be visiting 2 huge cafes in Korea that are open till 10 p.m, so we'll be able to stay there for a very long time. Hopefully we won't get too distracted and actually get some work done. When it comes to aesthetically pleasing cafes, Korea is never short of them. In fact, the cafe culture in the country is so strong that many business owners are coming up with unique concepts and interior designs to stand out from the crowd. It took us over an hour to get to our first location, and our first stop is called bbhaus. This cafe feels like a Barbie dream house and is honestly the perfect place for your Instagram pictures. bbhaus uses tinted windows as an innovative way to play with light. When the sun shines in, colorful shadows are cast on the floors and off the white furniture. This creates a one-of-a-kind dining experience since shadows fall at different locations at different hours. We started off exploring the huge cafe with 2 floors and specifically looked for a place to sit and work. We had lots of options to choose from since it was quite empty during the weekday. We both got aesthetically pleasing drinks, and Jason, of course, had caffeine to power him through the day. I would say they were both super sweet, so we weren't a big fan of the drinks. We both wanted something salty rather than sweet, so Jason got a long sausage bread while I got a cheese or maybe even egg bread in an oval shape. I was disappointed when I found out the middle part of my bread was sweet cream rather than egg or cheese. I felt kind of deceived there.
It's kind of tastes the same as Chinese bakery sausage bread.
I thought this thing was cheese or egg.
It's
The
cream.
yellow stuff is cream. Like, no. It's cream.
But you have to.
We ended up picking a seat at the back because it was one of the only places we could find outlets. And we realized it gets really hot in the cafe due to the strong sun. So we purposely sat where it was shaded and cooler. Working remotely and traveling is a nice perk, but the hour difference really takes a toll on your body. Korea is 16 hours ahead of Vancouver, so Jason has random meetings at 3 a.m. in the morning. Overall, this cafe is quite pricey and far from Seoul, but it's worth visiting at least once. It's so beautiful and it's the perfect place to take your Instagram pictures without a huge crowd of tourists photobombing you. I wouldn't say the seats were the most comfortable for working, especially for Jason who is so tall, and the outlets were scarce. So it's probably one of those cafes where you are meant to grab a drink and sit down to do a quick catch up with your friends, but not a working environment. For dinner, we moved to another cafe, and once again, this cafe is huge. It's quite common to see warehouses and industrial buildings transform into cafes, but this cafe is on an entirely different scale. A completely different atmosphere than bbhaus, Forest Outing takes you on an unforgettable botanical garden adventure. There are so many seats to choose from, and I personally love sitting on the floor with a low table. That's how I used to play League of Legends at home. A small cushion for my butt and a coffee table to put my laptop on. In the end, we ended up picking a table on a ramp with outlets because it had the best view of the cafe. Wouldn't you guys also agree? This cafe also has another location in Incheon that I would love to visit in the near future. They also change the decoration from time to time, like for the fall season you can see these autumn leaves with pumpkins. The food here is expensive, just like bbhaus, but overall we felt like the options were a lot better. We found similar breads to what we got at bbhaus, Jason's sausage bread and my oval bread, but I think they actually used cheese in this bread with corn.
Hey, this is basically what you had at the cafe.
Better.
Better?
See? This is what you wanted, I think. Like
Oh.
the egg.
Yeah, this would have been nice. I wanted something like this.
There are so many more options here, but this time we decided to actually order real food for dinner instead of bread. I'm telling you, these prices are expensive. We ended up ordering bulgogi mushroom pizza, white wagyu pasta, and coffee. While I don't exactly remember the exact prices, I think we paid around 45,000 won in total. The food was great, but one thing I hate in life is paying high price for pizza and pasta because I never feel like they're worth paying so much for. It's just one of those purchases that leaves me feeling unsatisfied and regretting it afterwards. This cafe is indeed worth it because of the view. I mean, look at that. Incredible. We stayed and worked at Forest Outing until closing time. Now, on our way back home. We saw a guy completely drunk on the subway, and he was just throwing his phone, wallet, bag, and glasses on the floor for people to step on his things. I told Jason to pick up his things before they were stepped on. I hope the guy makes it home safe with all of his belongings. Theft is quite rare in Korea, especially with CCTVs everywhere. For example, in a cafe in Korea, I can just leave all of my belongings like my phone, wallet, and laptop on the table while I use the washroom, and when I'm back, it'll still be there. Even like bicycles, you don't have to worry about locking them up or getting your wheels stolen. After that trip, we needed to reload our T-Money card with cash, which is also another good reason to bring cash with you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.